Hello and welcome to Daytona Milton Keynes for Super Champs Round 6. This time we are on the bus stop layout, and as you can see here the track is quite damp. The sun is out so it will dry up as the event goes on, but right now it is quite slippy. So for this event we have a 10-minute practice session, into a 10-minute heat 1, into a 10-minute heat 2, into a 15-minute final. The heat's a random grid, so if you get a front running grid in heat 1, then you'll get a back running grid in heat 2. Points determine where you start then for the final. Whoever gets the most points overall wins. So yeah, it's quite a fun, quite fast paced format. So right now, because the track is quite damp and the heats are quite short, it's almost treating this as like a mini race, seeing what lines will work, where we can overtake, where we can't overtake. And that's why as we dive to this curb here, we're just going to see if it can work, and we hook it up quite nicely. We try to slide in front of Morris, but he does slide back up our inside, so... But it's something to note, we're just almost treating it as a mini race, learn where we can overtake and where we can't, because in these 10-minute heats, it's not many laps, especially in these conditions. You may be looking at 6-lap heats really, so you're going to have to make moves pretty quickly. So at the minute we are surrounded by our fellow heavyweights, which is the class that I am taking part in. There are some lightweights in front, so kind of a mixture. As we sort of hug this curb and two carts go sort of wide, we're able to sneak up the inside. You can see here still quite slippery. There's a cart facing towards us that everyone does very well and meanders around there. See, sort of still wet lines though, because we're going to go to this outside, because you can see a few cars hug to the inside line on the curb, and it is the shorter route round, but you do get a much better run going around the outside. And as you can see, we're still in lines. We're trying to see, can we go around the outside of this corner yet or not? And nah, just pick up way too much understeer. Try and get some of the curb here, and we just slide and allows the cut to go on the outside. So again, dive to the inside now just to see what can work, and no, not yet. But it's one of these events where the more running that happens with the sun out, the carts going round, it will dry up, so lines will be constantly changing. As we dive to the inside this corner here, and we kind of go 3 wide, and there's a little bit of contact throughout, but it's not too bad. It's just greasy conditions, and again we try and hook this curb to go round, and we just seem to hook it up quite nicely there. We just kind of pick up 2 carts. We've got one going around our outside here and follows behind, and he slaps the back of his cart, and we go round. That was just, I could say I got distracted by the arse slapping on the cart in front, but no, it was just a lack of talent on my behalf. I was trying it flat out and going for a wider line, and it didn't work. So a few more minutes later on in this practice session, we do start to catch up with the pack again, which is kind of what we wanted. We were having a good fun battle there, to be honest with you. It was good hard racing. Kind of forgot you were in a practice session. It was so much going on. And again, for this really quick corner here, we're trying to mount this curb and hug it all the way around. We've struggled with that in the past, so something we're just going to have to do is there's a yellow flag in front, and it seemed like one of the carts have got going again. But at this sort of point it's just learn, so we dive to this concrete line, because sort of other people do it earlier, and I can't seem to make that work. I've tried that line so many times, and it just fails, and we try and see if we can get to the inside of this corner here, and it doesn't work, and the cut behind's got a great run on us, and he goes up our inside. Good move that. As you can see, it's like we're not too worried at this point, because it is just practice, it is just trying the lines. And the good thing about this is that because the grids are already set for the heats, it doesn't really matter on lap time, to be honest with you. So again, we're just trying the wide line here. We do just kind of get a decent-ish run through. So again, just sort of practicing for the race. What happens if we go down the inside here? What can we do? Try and find a dry line, and then we try and slide up in front of the cart on the outside, and yeah, we slide up in front of the lightweight, but the heavyweight in front does get by. So we go a little bit wide there and kiss the tyre wall, but it's not too bad. Again, learning our lessons through this fast left, taking it a little bit easier now so we don't completely spin, and getting a good run through that final corner and into the bus stop, which I like this layout. It's a fun layout. It's all about being smooth through there. They just give the kart in front a push and he gives us the thumbs up to say thank you. Again, trying to dive to this inside curve, that's where all the grip is, and it's the shorter route round as well, so I feel like it's one of those ones, if the more you can mount it the better. But we spin again. Just mounting that curb was just not the right thing to do, and the kart just loops around. So we turn the kart around again. But yeah, it's just treacherous, that curb. It's caught me out in the past as well, but another kart in front will do the same. So we can see kind of what happens where you kind of just mount the curb in the middle of the corner, and as you're kind of turning back off the curb, it just kicks it out and you just spin round. So at least I wasn't the only one. But on to heat 1 now. Our grid position was starting 3rd, so let's get on with it. Not a bad start, kind of holding station. Trying to like slide up in front of 4th there, and we do drop down to 4th. We are on the outside now, and looks like Ash is there on our outside. Again, it's so slippy. Sort of drop back down to 5th. We're trying to see if we can make something work on the inside, and kind of worked, kind of didn't work. So right back into kind of P4, so kind of gained 1, lost 1, as we sort of kart again on our inside looking at us. So sort of feint to the inside here, trying to force the kart in front not to go around the outside, which is kind of what we want. We do think the outside line's quicker as they go side by side and a little bit of contact. As I go to my curb, because I know it can kind of work, but I slightly miss it. I try and slide up in front of them. I slide up in front of 1, but P2's on our inside, so we're going side by side down this back straight now. But he just sort of funnels in, and we kind of funnel in behind him as well now, so into 3rd, which isn't too bad. Nice kind of recovery, but that's kind of the thing from practice, is try those alternate lines, hook those curbs, see what works. And because I could see it could work in the previous practice sessions, I went for it in the race and it worked. But we've got a run here on P2, so he's kind of looking to see, can we hang it around the outside? There's a bit more grip. Can we? We're kind of later on the brakes and trying to feed it in. We run a little bit deeper and he cuts back on our inside. You can see the nose of 4th is just there as well. Again, we can try and run it around the outside this corner. I'm not confident enough to go on that curb and do temporarily drop down to P4, but the run you get out of doing the wider line there, so much more speed. I think it's the quicker line, but it's okay. We've kind of settled in, but it's still relentless. We're still attacking and kind of got the kart behind us as well. Sort of seeing if we can sneak up the inside now. We have got the outside line. If we can just stay here, maybe we can go around the outside of him for this next corner. We try. He tries to cut us off, but we do manage to kind of go around the outside. The other kart has followed us through as well, so up into P2, see if we can chase down Morris now in the lead. Although the kart is on our inside, he's trying to fight back, but it's so much more grip around the outside. So see what we can do. Although we do have P3, who gives us a lovely little tap there, which does help give us a lot of momentum. Into the corner now, where we are a little bit more cautious. We do see people using more curbs, so we try and do it, and I feel like that bottom hairpin we just done there is one of my strong points. I felt like I was always gaining on people on the brakes through there, and we get a decent run through bus stop, and we have caught up to the back of the leader. Kind of just trying to follow in his toe, trying to get anything to pull us along, and seeing if can we get around the outside. Will that work? Not really. We thought maybe because it worked on the overtake attempt on the previous lap, but it's not too bad. But we're really catching on him now, so the win is definitely on the cards. As he goes to the inside line, but I'm not confident enough to make that line work. So we go around the outside. We do get a good run on him, but it's kind of status quo. Laps are kind of ticking down now. again, but we kind of can't be too silly because we do have third and fourth right behind us. So we get a lovely run through the S's, and we look to see can we cut back up the inside of this hairpin and get a better run through, but no, we can't. It does just not enough grip yet to do the inside line. So as we go around the outside, we can see again P3 giving us a lovely little push. It is helping us a lot. We can see P3 giving us that push, transfers all his momentum to us, and he kind of drops off us a little bit. Again, we're just trying to search for drip, but we've got a great run here. Do we send one up to the inside? No, we don't. We follow behind. Again, just feeding it around the outside. I didn't go to the inside line that time because I was worried that I'd lose all the speed down this straight. And again, I feel like this is one of my strong sections now coming into this bus stop. We sort of start to gain a little bit to really get close to the back of the bumper. You can see he gets a little bit loose, and I've had the lift as well to not hit him, and we come into a yellow flag, which I was a little bit gutted about because I felt like we had a good run there, but it's okay. It's okay. We've still got a handful of laps left to go. I assume the incident's cleared now. We haven't really seen who or what it was for. I assume a car had spun or something. See, again, the leader goes to that concrete on the inside, but we just can't do it. Can't do it. Coming in now onto lap 4. It's still all to play for. It's one of those things. One good move and we can take the lead. One bad move, we could be in 4th. Although when I'm kind of racing, I mainly only just have my eyes going forward. I know there's a kart behind me. I can feel the taps now and again, but it is just pure focus. See what we can do. Again, the leader sort of goes a little bit wide there, and it kind of unsettles the kart. And we try and have a look. We're closer, but we don't really have enough. And I don't think the inside line is quick enough around this corner. I think the outside's 100% where it's at. Again, as we kind of just follow in, as I run a little bit wide again, trying to do a cutback, try something different, trying to get the kart straighter. It is all just, it's all so close. Again, I feel like we're so strong on the brakes here, as we kind of get compromised by the leader, and it allows P3 to get up our inside. It's one of those ones where I had to overslow it not to run into the back of him, and then because of that, P3 goes around our outside. So it's kind of like, okay, see what we can do. I mean, P3 tries that wide line around the outside, but I think the inside line is quicker, as we kind of saw earlier. But I'm not too worried at this point. I felt like, because P3 was tapping me now and again, he wouldn't hold us up. I felt like we were similar pace, if not, he was a little bit quicker. So maybe if he can fight with the leader, he can draw us back in. That was my hopes and my dreams anyway. As you can see now, there is a lightweight back marker in between us, so P2 goes for the move, and we kind of have to follow him through at this point. It's one of those ones where there's just not enough time to be kind of being nice with back markers. As there's contact between P1 and P2, and they nearly go round. We try and look to the inside, see if we can get any of them, and we tried it, but there's just not enough grip there still. But that contact has made us all so close now. Definitely a three-way fight for the lead, although 4th isn't too far off behind us, and same, well, 5th is a little bit far back, but looking in the mirror now, but yeah, it's definitely a three-way fight for this win. Definitely anyone's game. If we fight too hard, maybe 4th can join the action. Because again, 2nd place gets a good run through that corner, and he gets up the inside of the leader. They're side by side. They're going to go into this fast section, the one that I span on earlier, which wasn't great. It looks like he's through. So P2 takes it, but he's run wide a little bit. Is that going to allow the door for 2nd to have a look? No, but we get a great run as well. So now we're glued to the back of 2nd. We get a decent-ish run through, but we get a little bit of oversteer on exit, which allows the kart in front to pull away. But it's still all to play for. As 2nd place goes for the wide line, I guess he's following the leader, and it allows us to kind of be up the inside, which now gives us the outside, which is the grippy part for this corner. He tries to hold it to the inside, but we get a good run round, and we're into P2. Oof, that was stressful. He looks back the inside again, but we know we're going to get the run down the straight by having the wider line. So come on to the last lap now. The leader's just in front. Can we do it? Can we make it? Try and get in. We go a little bit deep in turn 1. We're just pushing so hard now, seeing what can work. Again, it's grippy, but we feel like the leader's gone a little bit wide, and that's cost us momentum a little bit. We're kind of catching a little bit by little bit. Again, we send it a little bit later on the brakes. Again, the leader's gone a little bit wide again. That's costing momentum. We're kind of there now. We're pretty much on the back of him on the last lap. Is there anything we can do? Again, trying to look around the outside. Can we get a good run? A little bit too far back right now. Okay, into the next hairpin now. Again, see if we just feed the throttle. The gap's kind of consistent, but we're there. Still half a lap to go. Anything can happen. Coming into the probably quickest part of the track, and he goes wide. He kind of allows us to get up the inside a little bit, side by side, but he just gets enough momentum to feed back through. So coming through the bus stop. Again, we get a little bit of oversteer, which doesn't help, but we're going to try and follow him, see if we can pick up a toe or anything. See what we can do. As he covers the inside line now, he's kind of more doing a defensive line as we get to this outside corner. See if we can get a good run out of it. He runs wide. It allows us to be right on his bumper coming into the final corner. It's going to have to be sent, but he covers it off to the inside, so we're going to have to go around the outside. We'll know we're going to get momentum to the line, but who will get there first? We're closing. We're ducked behind the steering wheel, but we don't make it. Finish P2. Oof. Right, Heat 2 now. Starting P4. I mean, that was a very stressful Heat 1, but a good result, so let's see what we can do in this heat. We get a good start relative to the car in front of us. And again, we pull straight to the middle to try and see if we can clear him. And we do, we're straight into P3, so not a bad start there. Again, so we've still got 2 cars down front. Now the leader is the driver who won the Heat 1, so we kind of knew it would be. We need a good start to make sure they don't run away with it, but they're definitely fighting in front quite hard. The front 2, which does kind of allow us to kind of stay with them. I know it's lap 1, but we can kind of see the 4th and 5th have kind of dropped off behind us a little bit. 5th and 6th, sorry, 4th is directly behind us. Again, we're going around the outside trying to find some more grip, but got a little bit understeer there. As the leader's gone wide and he's kind of hit the tyres, and second place is now cut back up the inside, the side by side again. Is there enough speed and momentum? No, we don't know what to do, so we're going to push second. We felt like if we go around the outside, we're only going to drop it. So maybe if they can fight, we can get there. And again, second, he likes this wider line through there, and I think to get to the apex, I think it's quicker. As he looks to the inside of the leader going through the bus stop, that's a good move there. Is it going to compromise him? Is it going to allow us to get a good run through? We get an okay run, but they're still side by side again. Going into this fast section. We see if we can steal one here. We dive to the inside the curb, and they're still side by side. This is great racing. We see if we can cut back to the inside this curb. Can we beat both of them to the exit? We do. We temporarily in first, but we don't have the run through. We go back to try our wide line. Dropping back down to third, but it's okay. We know we can get our run through. This has been a titanic battle, but good hard racing so far. The battle for the lead is definitely on now. Again, we get a good run through there. Kind of gaining on the leader. As he kind of covers it off, which is kind of annoying. We were going to think about sending one up the inside. We have to be careful now, because of doing that inside line, we've lost some momentum. Always got to be wary of third place behind. See, he's very close to us. All this fighting it has allowed 5th place to recatch. As the leader goes to that sort of line on the inside, and I kind of clip the barriers, but gets so much better run going around the outside. He was just scared to make a move to the inside of that hairpin out of fear of just not having the run down the straight. His third shows us his nose, but we are here. We've got a good run on the leader. Coming into our strong section to see if we can make anything happen. Again, the leader though is kind of doing our tighter line, which I think is the quicker line. Just all about, can we get a good run through this bus stop? We get a good entry in. Not bad entry out. You see the leader in front got a little bit of oversteer. We're just going to follow him now, see if we can just pick up any of the tow. Again, try and just hook that curb, but I don't quite hook it. We lose a little bit of time there. It's just sort of just trying to go around the outside, but just being scruffy. We can see third place is clawed right back up to us again. As the leader kind of a more middle line, and again, the car behind does that inside line, and it is quicker through the corner, but by the time we get to the next corner, us having the outside line, we just get a better run. And again now, it's like, okay, see, head down, see if we catch the leader. I felt like we had the pace to do it. Again, he's doing this more inside line, so we're kind of going to go around the outside. I don't think it's there yet at the inside line, but the leader seems to have made it work, so maybe that is the way. Again, he's trying another inside line now. The track is drying, so it kind of does make sense to try alternate lines, but I'm currently scared to try an alternate line, knowing how close the pack is behind, knowing that one mistake and we could be miles down this order. And I think the leader trying the alternate line, so we run a little bit wide into the tyres and we drop back down to third. We kind of just locked the rear up a little bit in there, but we're going to show our nose up the inside. It is coming to this fast left. We've kind of got to run on the inside. We go side by side through. And now we've got the inside line for this next corner. We do get it stopped, so... But he's cut back on our outside. But we're going to have the inside line for this bus stop section, which we should be okay with. But he tries to go around the outside, but it's not really going to work. His nose is there side by side, but gotta get just enough of a run through. Try to pull away on the straight. With all that fighting, it has allowed the leader to pull a gap on us. And it all stemmed from that silly little mistake where I went ever so slightly deep, and I've done it again. Too many little mistakes creeping into this lap. Again, so we're going to try this more middle of the track line, and it kind of worked okay, to be honest with you there. There's a little bit more grip. We can see with the sun out and all the karts going round, it is starting to dry up, and again the kart behind there trying a more inside line. Again, I feel like we've got the pace here to catch up to the leader if we can just not do anything silly, but we catch the curb and we do get so much oversteer there, and we get kind of saved, I'm going to call it. We drop down to P4, but the battle's still on. We can't really rest on our laurels yet, but yeah, I think we got saved. I think without the car behind us nudging our front, I think we were going round. I think that was definitely saved, but we've dropped down to P4 now. I mean, laps ticking away. Have we just thrown away a good result? But there's still so much that can happen. We try our line from early, we try and get to the curb, but we don't quite make it, and it causes us just to understeer with 3 wide coming off the corner exit. And that has killed all of our momentum, as we can see the 2 karts in front are just pulling away, but they're titanically battered. Now the leader, because of all this fighting, has checked out. But we're coming to a section that I feel quite good and strong through. And we are close, we're close. I mean, 2nd and 3rd are just there, but 5th is directly behind us. It's again, okay run through there, but laps ticking down. Again, mounting that curb, it is the quickest way round. As P5 goes for a great move, and he cuts us off at the exit, and was a sweet move. It caught me off guard, that. Again, as he kind of does this more middle line, and it is starting to more dry up now. I think it is maybe a little bit quicker now to do the middle line. You don't get the run throughout the corner, but I think you don't lose as much time. We've dropped down to P5. You see how in like a lap and a half we've gone from potentially challenging 1st to being 5th. Like, one small mistake has cost us massively. So again, trying these alternate lines now. Because we're at the back of the train now, we've got nothing really to lose trying the alternate lines. Seeing what can work and what can't work. Again, as the car in front, he goes a little bit wide. We're trying to get a good run through, but he just gets a better drive through. We were struggling with a bit of oversteer there. But still, it's a 4-way battle for 2nd. It's trying to go around the outside. It's where all the grip is, seeing if we can get a good run. Kind of more holding station. Second is starting to pull away from third. Third's starting to pull away from fourth. They're starting to open up gaps a little bit now. And time is running out. As we're kind of looking through, we do get a decent-ish run, but it's more just holding station. As we get a good run through this initial right, through initial left, we kind of clip the barriers. That kills a little bit of our speed. I feel like it's gonna. We need the karts in front to battle now if we're gonna catch up to them. Again, we can see now visually the track is drying because the kart in front's gone wide. It allows us to pull alongside. As we're going side by side into the final corner, we try and go around the outside, which will give us the better run through. Can we get it? We've got the run, we've got the run, we've got the run. But the corner's just come up just in time. Straight wasn't long enough, but with this fighting and that side by side, it's third and second have pulled away, so a fourth is probably the best we can do now. As fourth has round wide, and we're going to go side by side into this hairpin. We're going to try the outside line, see if we can get a better run, but yeah, the inside line's getting dry now, so it's not too bad. It is working. As we're now going to try the dry line on the inside here and try and slide up in front, but we can't quite do it. And it's cost so much momentum now. We thought maybe we could just slide one in front and compromise the car on the outside, but we couldn't do it, so. But the car in front's round wide, which allows us to claw right back onto their bumper again on the last lap. Let's see if we can make anything happen. We know time is ticking at this point. I didn't realise it was the last lap, but I did have a timer, so I kind of knew we were getting close to it. So not many opportunities left, and we just go for an absolute dive bomb to try and get it stopped, and we do get it stopped. So now we just have to kind of try and defend through this bus stop section, and we are fully clear. Hopefully try and get a good run through. A little bit of oversteer on exit does allow him behind. He is kind of there. He's kind of looking to the inside. Should we have defended it? We're going to try and hang around the outside. We kind of do clear him. If we can just get to the outside for this corner where the grip is, we're going to be fine. But he dives to the inside to see if he can make a move, and we just hang it around the outside. As we now cover it off, going to the inside line for the final corner. And that'll be P4 after another very busy, stressful heat race. So out of the two heats, that's a second and a fourth, which means in the final, we start P3 overall. This race is a little bit longer, so let's see what we can do. As we get a decent start and get a push from behind, so we push the leader as well. Just trying to make our train go, and we're side by side for second coming into turn 2. We kind of just send one. We just pick up so much understeer mid-corner, and it is just so much contact. I will admit it was a little bit rough on my behalf. I kind of misjudged how much understeer there would be, but everyone's doing this drier line now. We can see how dry the track has got. It's still wet and slippy, don't get me wrong, but from where we were in the previous heat races, it is considerably drier. So jump forward a little bit now, as we're just trying to catch the leader, and we can see the third place is trying that inside line, and it does seem to be working. I'm oblivious to it though, as I'm more eyes forward. It's more watching it back. We can see how he's gaining on us, but I felt like we are gaining on the leader as well. It's still slippy though in places. It's dry in places, slippy in places. We jump forward to lap 3 again. The dry line is kind of more of a conventional line through this hairpin. Let's see if we've learned our lesson. Do we go to the inside of this corner, or do we go around the outside? Go around the outside again. As we can see, the inside is so much drier now, and we do drop down to P3. We have a look over our shoulder and we see there is P4 is gone. We both point to each other to say, let's not fight, let's just go after the leader. As the P2 in front does his more of a conventional racing line through there, and it kind of works for him. He pulls away. Does gain on the leader quite a bit, and I'm more status quo. Jump forward now to lap 4, because it's more at this point we're just trying to claw in the leader. We're kind of getting there. I feel like if the front 2 fight, we got a chance to maybe steal something. As there's a move for the leaders that go side by side, and it gets done, and we get a decent run now, but it's all closed us up, and we finally learnt our lesson. of going to the inside of this corner. We try and make it work. We get a little bit oversteer on entry, but we do going side by side now with second into this fast right-hander. We try the inside line where it's grippy. We try it. We just about clear him. This hairpin is way too slippy on the inside to do a conventional racing line. I mean, he tries to cut back, but we get the run through, and that is in 2 seconds. So, head down now. Let's chase the leader and see what we can do. So, jumping forward now onto lap 6. It is leader in front. We can see we have checked out from the karts behind. And it is so much more drier through these final sections, and we are catching up to the back of the lightweights. As the leader goes for a move on the inside, and we kind of have to force our way through. So try going to the apex line through here. I think it is quicker through there. There's not much in it, but I think it is quicker. I feel like just going the shorter distance works, but we have clawed our way back up onto the back of the leader now. It's coming to this hairpin, but the dry line is this inside line, so it's kind of a double whammy. It's like it's the quickest way and it's a defensive line. And same for this right-hander here, it is the inside line now, is the dry line. It's the car behind spins. But it is just head down now, see what we can do with the leader. Just jump forward a few more laps, and the gap's kind of staying the same. We try his more dry line, and we run wide. Oh, we hit the tyre wall. And it's just killed so much momentum. It was the first time I thought I'd try more of a dry line through there and just keep it pinned, and we just cost us. And we can see now the gap to first is grown quite a lot. But we were just trying everything at that point. I mean, with no one really behind us as a threat, we can actually try stuff like that and see what can work. So coming now onto the penultimate lap, we are starting to catch up to some more traffic, so maybe this is my chance. Maybe the leader can get bulked. As he goes up the inside and he gets two karts in one corner. It's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him get really held up there. So again, we are catching up to the back of the lightweights now. You can see they're more doing the conventional wet line, but it is dry enough to do that, and he does let us through, so we do say thank you. Again, it is more of a dry line through there, but the leader, I thought the traffic would hold him up enough, but it hasn't. He's clawing through it quite well. If anything, the gap has stayed the same. So we come now onto the final lap, through the final corner. We weren't close enough to get him. So it will be a second overall in the final. So we got P2 in Heat 1, P4 in Heat 2, and we came second overall. Overall, that's not bad. I'd take a second. That was good fun, hard racing throughout, to be honest with you. I don't think I had the pace in the final to get first. It was touch and go, but we gave her our all, and on to the next one.